we're on here, so we have to watch what we say. Oh my goodness. What was that to?
You.
I wasn't looking.
You saw the phone.
I wasn't looking at the phone.
I cannot look at the phone.
Stop. Gosh. Leave all of that in the video.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot we're already recording.
Okay, game face. I love you guys. Okay, we gotta get through this. We're not in the mood.
Yeah, but it's about the doing through hard times and easy times.
Hey, happy you're here.
Okay. Welcome to Booze and the Beast. This episode is just going to be about our day because it's been a tough one.
It's been a tough one. So yeah, maybe you can relate if you're having a tough day and you're like, how do you stay positive if it feels like life's falling apart?
Yeah.
And I don't know, you cry. No, I'm just kidding. I did, however, cry twice today, but crying's good too. But I also just kept myself busy. Tried to.
Yeah.
And surrounded by people that I enjoy.
Why don't we start off with what actually happened?
Oh, I guess we...
All right.
You want to tell a story?
Okay, we can start off. We woke up late. The alarms didn't go off. So Chloe got to school late.
The very beginning.
I woke up sick. Out of nowhere, I felt perfectly yesterday. And then I woke up sick. And I had to go to work into the office. Then do you want to name the next part? And we'll take turns.
Oh, my account was negative.
Oh, nice.
Because it was literally woke up late, rubbed my eyes, looked at my phone. Oh, I'm late. And my account is negative because it tells me. So that was my next thing.
And then the next thing?
Then...
the roof was leaking. Our whole ceiling flooded.
I thought there was something before that. I swear. But yeah, no. I came home and our ceiling was leaking in the kitchen. And at first it was one leak. It was a lot of water on the floor already, so I had to put a pot down on the floor, my pasta pot, and it started filling up pretty fast. So I was like, this cannot be good. But I'd already put an work order in because you're supposed to do it online, right? They don't want you calling them. But I was like, I got a call, so I called the emergency line, and he was like, okay, I'll make sure we rush it. And then it was like a few minutes later, and I go back and look, and then the whole kitchen ceiling starts leaking, like the whole wooden panel, just a bunch of water just starts leaking. I was like, that's not good. And I'm on TikTok live beforehand to distract myself, and they're telling me, please go shut the water off. And I'm like, I don't know how. And so I had to FaceTime you. Yeah,
and so she's calling me at work, and meanwhile I'm trying to get everything done off this list, and I've been trying to move all these big heavy parts, and I realized after spending an hour and a half or so getting to these big heavy metal parts and finally getting it out of one section to where I could move it, which I had to manhandle because I couldn't get the forklift into anywhere. So, I mean, these are like hundreds of pounds of parts I'm moving by hand. I look at the label and it's the wrong part, and then I'm just FaceTiming her defeated while sitting on this forklift. And then get her to actually turn the water off. And she said there was a bubble of water like in the wall.
It was so scary. I was so scared the ceiling was going to collapse. Like, I've never seen anything like it before, so I needed his help. I didn't know how to shut the water off. I don't know handy dandy stuff like that.
Yeah, so
that's when he had to help me on FaceTime, and I shut it off. And so 10 minutes go by, the leak starts like slowing down. The plumber is about an hour out, so thank goodness I shut the water off, because if I had just left it
would have destroyed the house. I mean, a much bigger problem.
I can't believe they didn't tell me, too, on the phone, which I guess I just was supposed to assume. Maybe that's my fault. But when I texted her, she was like, oh, yeah, just so you know, for future reference, any plumbing issue, you should shut the water off. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know how. Like,
she's like, and please clean the floor immediately. I'm like, okay, yeah, on it with all the glass. The glass. Okay, I didn't even get to that part yet. So the plumber gets there an hour later and goes into the kitchen to see, because that's where the leaks were happening. And we have these 3 panels that are like glass.
Light panels.
They're light panels. And so he takes one of them off and brings it down just so nonchalantly, like, do, and then psh, cracks, smashes in half and just shatters everywhere. He's like, okay, well, I was like, yeah, it's a Monday. And we're like, yeah, this is a great start. And so he has to do his whole thing, and I'm vlogging this the whole time too. I felt so silly, but he needed my help because I had to help him switching water. I don't know what they're called.
They're valves. There's
the
like
valves.
there's some sort of, I don't know the system, but there's electric or pneumatic, which is air pressure valve somewhere, I guess. And so he was trying to test them. He was like, okay, so if I turn off and on the valves, I can see where the leak is, because I call him later, and this is what he tells me. He's like, I'd be able to find out where the leak was. And it turns out the valves are leaking. So he's going to be back with parts.
No, it was funny because I do the first one, right? Because there's a bunch of them. And I'm nervous because I was like, all right, so I'm going to tell you and then you're going to flip it. I'm like, oh, gosh. Okay. So all this pressure. And
Get it? Water pressure.
oh, my gosh. So I do the first one and immediately it starts leaking. He's like, oh, well, there's the issue. And so I was like, oh, wow, nice. I'm good. I got the first lever. Out of all the levers, I got the right one. And so he thinks like that was it and stuff. And then like walks away for a second, comes back. He's like, all right, do the next one. Do the next one. Oh no, he's out at the pipeline thing at this point. So I'm flipping a few of them now. Just flipping. I'm flipping them. And then he comes back and he's like, oh no, they're all leaking. And so that's when, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So now he had to go to the manufacturer and find the part, and apparently he's able to track it down. But just like anything you troubleshoot, he could know that this is in fact a problem, but it might not be the last of the problems. He said he would be able to maybe get it by tomorrow afternoon.
I could tell by the look on his face that this was just
going to
be
a mess.
A huge
We
mess.
brought up mold, and they're like, oh, no, probably not. I was like, if the whole ceiling was leaking...
Well, that's separate. That's not even...
There's bound to be mold going to grow now.
Well, because like the pipe failed, so I guess that's why this whole thing started.
But mold doesn't care why there's water.
No, I know. You were going to the next part. I wasn't there yet.
Oh, go
in the
ahead.
story. I was taking him along on the journey. You skipped to like the mold part.
Keep going. It's still a journey. Oh my God, stop and go. Just keep going.
I'm done now. That's fine.
That was the last part, and I said it. So good. We told the story. My goodness.
Episode's over.
That's it. Done. Mic drop it.
You go. You tell a story then.
Well, that was part of the story. Then I had to go cut a box in half at work because I couldn't find the parts. And so I had to go and get a bunch of wood and forklift it up, cut this whole thing apart. And then there was about 200 beams for shelving that are just massive that I had to move by hand across our tiny shelf. And then I had to discuss my wages with my boss because they landed a big deal and they're going to have me go fly out to the state, but I'm not getting any sales credit for it. So I said, well, we definitely need to have a chat over what's my area of work. And I noticed I haven't been paid for many responsibilities that I've been doing beyond my hiring agreement. So
it's just been a really rough day.
Yeah.
And I felt like we could tie it together with relationships because
and
we're...
One more thing. We had somebody, we asked, hey, we noticed you weren't interested in one of our offers, but we would like to know what you need help with in marketing. And they said, we're just not interested in anything because they didn't read past the first line. We don't like your offer. We're not going to be talking to you again. And it was like, oh, that's nice. So just all good news today. All right, now go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just wanting to tie it in with relationships and the fact that I had someone to always like talk to and have by my side. It made it a lot easier. And I feel like a lot of times when stuff like this happens, people probably get in arguments and it just makes it worse.
Mm-hmm.
So we never were like, we were stressed with all this stuff. We were never mad at each other.
Mm-mm.
We communicated great still throughout the day.
We also ran out of seasoning for our chicken.
He's just thinking of all the bad things right now.
No, I'm just saying we ran out of everything and we didn't have cat food.
There's a lot happening right now. This water thing was really, really bad timing. That's just life. Like there's no good timing. Like, oh, this was great timing for the water to leak.
It just sort of says, I mean, if you can get through the hard times, it's going to be even better for you when it's easy times. Because when it's easy times, you're like, we dealt with it when we had no money in our account. We were literally negative. Our ceiling literally fell down on us. They were saying they were going to give us $100 for a hotel when the nearest any hotel in our area is $200 a night. And we have no money for groceries. So I'm like, we can't even afford a hotel if we wanted it. if we can get through all of that, then when things are smooth sailing and you have any amount in your savings, or rather you have less debt than normal on your credit card, you can get through that too. And yeah, don't bring that negativity home to your partner. We were just there to help support each other instead. Just made it a lot easier to deal with. Because things like this would normally make me stress out completely. Instead, I just ate 7 bags of chips. That's what I did.
Yeah, it was funny. He stress eats and I stress don't eat. I didn't eat all day because I was so stressed about the leak and just disaster. But I did work out. Like, see,
Nice.
It's like you could focus on all the negative. And of course, like we've been talking about the negative a lot because a lot's been happening today. But we keep trying to come back to the positive and bring it up. And because just dwelling on the negative and just staying down about it, I wouldn't have been as productive as I could have as I was today.
Yeah, and you did good. And then you got some good news. And it may not have outweighed the bad news, but if you only focus on the bad news, then you can't see how cool the good news is. We got an affiliate code now for Boo for Stunning Glass. Can we put their link up here? It's our podcast. You're actually allowed to market stuff on podcasts.
Well, I will have to have my link ready by tonight then for this episode. For
That would
sure.
be cool.
I
If it's not ready now, you'll see more stuff for it.
Yeah, that'll be in my link soon.
But that's really cool because it's something we've been excited for. She won a contest on it and then got approved for the code. So we can actually...
Next time I'll be like, use code BOO.
Yeah.
Once I know for sure, that'll be cool to throw in every now and then.
Yeah.
Every episode.
Every episode, every time you're jazzy. It's like the least you could do while I'm coughing.
Yeah. You're going to take that.
Can you stitch that lady?
I have to find her again. I didn't follow her. I know.
She was so good.
That's what I do that a lot.
Well,
I don't know why.
It's only the best ones you don't follow.
And
You're
that's
I'm
why-
too jealous. I can't follow this person.
No.
I have to follow the people right
Stop.
below
Let me get my point before I forget it. Please. Please, for the love of Hamilton, who is in this room right now with us, listening. No, I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why. I get hard on myself sometimes about engagement, likes, and views and stuff, but I literally do the same thing where I will enjoy someone's content so much where I show you, we both laugh so hard and reference her often.
Like every day.
Never followed her. Oh gosh.
Rent free.
And never, I didn't even like the video, right? So it's like, can't be so hard on myself about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that reminded me of that. But that was really funny.
Yeah, and also when you find her again, you're definitely going to follow her and probably watch many more of her videos. It just goes to show, I mean, with your content, if you just keep making good content,
Yeah.
even if you get skipped up now and again, if someone sees your stuff 3 times, they're probably going to be like, oh, all right. I laughed 3
okay.
times.
I'll get
Okay,
jazzy
I
with
enjoy
her.
it,
No.
yeah. She's cool. I tried to
Fine.
troll her because she's short.
Good
But it's
control.
okay.
So you're calling me a troll doll?
No, I was saying they were
'Cause
going
I'm
to try
short?
they were just trying to troll you because you're short. But
No,
then they
but
liked
do you
your
get it?
content.
Because I was mixing it together. I was trying to be funny.
Because you're a troll doll? Everybody on the internet, I actually have a troll doll tattoo. I do.
He has me tattooed on him. No.
Yeah.
Just
Sir.
kidding. He had it before he
It's
met
a
me.
little white troll.
It's not blue? Oh, that's the Smurf.
That's the Smurf.
He also
that
has a
is
Smurf
The
tattoo.
Smurf. It's getting
I don't
slapped
know
by
why
a troll doll.
I was picturing the troll to be blue. Usually they're colorful.
No, it actually, funny enough, has green hair
Yeah.
with 5 leaf shapes on it.
Oh, really?
You didn't notice?
No. The leaf shapes? No,
Yeah.
I knew it had green hair.
It's got a cabbage head.
No.
Yeah, this whole time. You didn't notice.
We have to make a TikTok.
Like,
You're
I'll
like
show
going
you.
to show me right now. It's oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Dang, that stinks. Ah! He dropped my phone, y'all. Doomed. Oh God.
There's
You
so
have,
much
you
just
have to
happened.
talk because I'm doing something. You're
Oh,
supposed to be
no.
helping me.
What am I doing?
Fill the dead air.
I was like, that was a lot. A lot has happened today. I knocked over the phone.
Oh yeah, and then okay, what else? You got locked out of the house.
Oh, I was grilling chicken, which I can't wash my hands, and I forgot, so I got stuff all over my fingers. But then I shut the door, and then I go back to open the door, and I'm holding all of these little spices and stuff that I have. I still have a spice rack. It's just not our usual one. And I had to message her. Thank God I had my phone.
I was gonna say that because I heard you struggling. And I was like, oh, he got it. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, it's him struggling with the door. I would have never let you in if you didn't have your
There's
phone.
no other way for me to get into the house anymore because it's not like my truck is there where I can type the code in and get my key out of it or anything.
Oh, my gosh, that was so funny.
And so I would have just been stuck outside, like throwing
And it was
rocks
weird.
at the window.
I went to open the door and it just wouldn't open and it wasn't locked. It wasn't locked. So I had to lock it, then unlock it, babe.
So ridiculous.
Like, I swear to goodness, unless Hamilton can do voodoo magic.
Ooh.
Hamilton was down there. He's like, I'll help you, Dad.
That was
He didn't
so
even
ridiculous.
come get me like Lassie.
Yeah,
God.
he's so
What good are you?
stinking.
No, and then
Then he came up here to hide about
and
it.
then Minnie drops the cat food everywhere.
Oh my god, I forgot that happened. There was cat food all over the floor. They were wearing gloves picking it up because they're a bunch of silly gooses.
No, it's actually genius because we don't have water. We couldn't wash our hands.
Oh, actually super smart.
Right? Minnie's idea.
Really good.
Because at first I was like, gloves. And I was like, oh, wait.
Yeah, real smart, actually, with the no wash hands thing. Yeah.
It's been a day.
Yeah.
And we just I'm glad we've been on this positive mantra thing.
Because every time, all day, literally all day, we're like, something good is going to happen from this. Because no one has a good story. There's no good movie about a hero where they're just like, my day was perfect again today. And I'm the strongest. And I just slayed the dragon myself. And I got the princess. What a cool day. The end. No one likes that story. So
Right.
it's like we have to have a story so cool where we tried 1,000,000 times and everyone puts us down and all of our stuff broke and we had no money.
We
were
cried.
negative for months and we cried. And we still went and did our podcast today and still edited it,
Hey.
which is going to happen later. And still managed to be somewhat good at our diet and work out and do our things that we need to do.
I ate
And
a Pop-Tart.
still brought up my
I was
wages
bad.
with my boss, which I didn't have to do, which is obviously a stressful conversation, but needs to be done.
Yeah, and I had
know?
to send emails I didn't want to send today and get responses that I didn't want to get today. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
a
so
lot
it's
of
just about
blah.
we just need to be positive and keep moving forward because there's nothing we can do to control everything that has just happened.
Right.
But we can try to help our emotions be okay enough to do the work because the work still needs doing. Even if we don't know if it's the right work.
It does.
Even if this isn't the right
Well,
work.
it's better than the other way, which I
Moping
would
and
have
being
reacted,
mad.
being moping. I wanted to take a nap at first. I was like, I don't want to take a nap. And I would have just been so upset that I got nothing accomplished.
Yeah, it would have been horrible. And back
So-
in the day, I would have drunk. I just would have drunk. That's what I did for most of my life was just get stressed at work, be mistreated, overwork, and then drink my pain away because that's all I knew how to do. And just be lonely and miserable and upset at the world. And it literally wouldn't change my circumstance. In fact, made it worse.
Yeah.
So if you're going through some hard times, why not do that? It's already bad. Why make it worse?
Why make it worse? Yeah. Well, because some people think it's better, like, to numb. Like, it was probably better that I couldn't get as jazzy as I wanted to today because I had to deal with my own emotions,
See,
and my
a
own
good
anxieties,
problem.
and I was more productive. So
And we had to mentally go through that. So the fact that
Yeah.
you're running out of your cabbage just means that
the only good sign from that happening.
let's look at the bright side. We may as well. Look, because there's only one side. One thing actually happened. You ran low. So you can either be bummed about it or you can say, at least I was productive. And that's an amazing way to look at it. And I'm super proud of you. Look how great we're being now.
We're being so good. We're
Being
here
so
to teach
great.
y'all. You
And
too
I'm-
can be this good because I promise you I was not like
Oh,
this
yeah.
for a long time.
Oh, yeah. I'm still a little chunking, but I'm a lot
Chunking
better
has
too.
nothing to do with nothing.
Well,
It has to do with nothing.
There's something to be said for being chunking because of your emotions, though. Because, like, when you're really emotional and sad and overeating from things like stress,
But
which
would
is
you
what I
say
do.
that you're over emotional and sad right now?
No, but I say I was stressed and ate 7 bags of chips.
Oh.
But what I did that helped me, a stress eater. So if anyone out there is a stress eater like me, I ate protein chips. So I had very high protein and low calorie for the amount of protein I had. So I replaced the negative things I would be consuming with positive things I would be consuming with the intention of eventually not consuming things and getting stressed and being able to handle my stress.
Right.
But it's like this is a good intermediate measure on my path towards really being better at it. So, you know, and that's the thing is we can only do what we can do, and we're not perfect. She still cried. She wasn't like, oh, we're good. It's fine. It's just a ceiling leak. She still cried. I still ate 7 bags of chips. You know, we still went through all the stress things, but we did it better, and we were able to communicate and make our day better. We could have gotten back and she could have said, why don't you make more money and make my day miserable? I'm like, I'm literally talking to the people. I get we're broke. I'm struggling too. I've been doing this for 10 years and I could have had a whole argument on like why I'm doing good, you know, but why bother? She made my day a lot better and I hope I got to make her day a lot better. Mm-hmm. And working as a team it's easier. It's the better way to do it, even though we're not perfect. And even though things are falling down around us, literally.
That we know we can get through these hard times together. So,
mm-hmm. And then if you keep showing up, something good is bound to happen. Like, how could it not?
How could it not?
How could it not?
And if not, then what though? You give up?
Then yeah. So if it's only getting worse, I mean, picture this: the world only gets worse. We get some crazy news. It's awful.
Oh no. I don't want to picture that.
At least we still have each other through the hard times, because the alternative is those hard times still come and you're alone and it's miserable.
True. No, I'm very grateful. I'm very happy.
Yeah, me too.
Aw, cute. I feel like that's a cute way to end it.
It's a good ending. Yeah, we're cute.
So.
What's the title going to be of this one?
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, what is this? This is a good one. How do we make it? How do we make it have?
Who would watch this? What would they look up?
Exactly.
I think how to be positive when the world's literally crashing down on you.
It's too long.
When the world is falling apart.
How to stay
positive when the world's
positive. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
Thanks
it's
for
like not that. They're gonna be like, I got to the end. I'm one of the 4 people who got to the end.
People who watch us now know not to trust what we say. Like, they trust what we say, but they don't trust the stuff when we say we're gonna add to the podcast.
Trust what we say. We're so honest.
I'm gonna add the ding.
We don't
doesn't add the ding.
We don't even know. Well, look, we're not good editors, and at least we're honest.
That's what I'm saying. Like the code,
yeah.
It probably won't.
Oh my god, it'd be impossible. Yeah, how are you gonna do that?
No, but
you can trust what we say, because I mean, obviously, we're not good actors, so how could we lie?
Excuse me.
We're amazing actors, and you should be worried about
insulting.
Everything we say, because we could be lying at any point.
Insulting.
We could be lying at any point because we're the best actors.
I could be good at acting, and you could just be not, and then that'll be good at trusting enough. Look at this face. I'm very trustworthy.
Wait, are you trustworthy or a good actor? You can't get both.
Well, I'm a good actor, but you could trust me. That's why I'm saying you're not a good actor, so now therefore they can trust you. I'm saying I'm good. You don't get it?
It's like I'm good. It's like when you come to the crossroads and one person's lying and one person's telling the truth, and like, what question would you ask to know where to go?
We need to end this. I'm done. I'm done.
Watch we say goodbye and we stop laughing. We've been laughing the whole time. We just do the one thing that's supposed to be in laughter, and we're not going to laugh.
All right, serious time. Time for a boisterous laugh.
Okay, this is our thumbnail.
This is...
Wait, it should probably be.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. I keep moving the jazz cow. I moved the jazz cow in front of you. Now it's been like blocking you.
It's fine. I'm green. It's green. We're green. I like green. It's my favorite color.
I know, but when I cut you out, it's just like you and then the cabbage.
And the cabbage, cute.
Okay, I'm really done.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
See, you didn't laugh.
Nice.
I've been laughing the tears away today.